Well, howdy. Jesse here, and today we got a piece of hickory. Pretty good sized piece. I'm gonna put this on the bandsaw, cut this out of bow blank, and we'll see what happens. See if it turns out. Maybe it will, maybe it won't. We'll see. Okay, we got it mounted up on the lathe. I got it oriented the way I want it. Looks like we're only going to be getting about 275 RPM to start with. 5/8 bow gouge. Okay, we're back. Well, I got busy with life, you know, it happens. Been a couple of weeks, it's been sitting out here on the lathe and it's developed a couple of cracks. And so I was going to put a recess in the bottom, but now I'm going to put a tenon on the bottom. So we're going to return that and we're going to get it back to round. It's kind of moved. And we're going to get it ready to turn around and start hollowing. Okay, we are back, and as you see, I've sanded it up to 320 on the outside, and I've got it turned around, and we are going to get to hollowing on this thing. I like to start out with this thin curved parting tool so that maybe I can preserve the bark. Try not to knock it off anyway. I think we're going to have to remove that tailstock. It is just in the way. I'll bring you back in a little bit. Okay, we have it hollowed out, and it's pretty good. I'm gonna do a little scraping now. I've learned one thing with my lathe set up here, the way I have it. I tried to do some filming of the hollowing, but I cannot get a good camera angle at this time, so I'll have to get a new camera mount. One thing I've been meaning to do for a while is I really want to give a shout out to Ron West. He's a good friend of mine, and he's another turner. He's getting into it pretty good. And I purchased this lathe from him. He gave me a good deal on it. And it was a real big upgrade from what I had. And I really appreciate him for it. And keep turning. And keep learning. Thank you, Ron. Okay, we're gonna get this piece sanded up and finished, and what I'm gonna do is we'll be using the drill with the 2-inch sanding pad. I think I can get most of it with that. And I don't have one of them Sandoflex things like Bill Anderson talks about. Hopefully I'm going to be getting one soon. So I usually just slightly go over my bark lightly with just a brass wire wheel. I don't hit it too hard, just enough to clean it up, because I don't want to mark it all up. Kind of works like, you know, like that. And we'll use this just to clean it up, and I think we'll be able to get most of it with that. And what we can't, then I'll use a hand sander, and I'll bring you back when it's time to put some finish on it. Alright, it's all sanded up to 400 grit, and looks pretty good. We're gonna go with my usual £2 cut of shellac, de-waxed. And then I'm thinking we might go with Howard Speed and Wax for the final finish. But we may go with lacquer. I haven't really made up my mind yet on that. So, and we'll put this on probably 2, maybe 3 coats, and it'll take some time to dry in between coats. It'll be a couple hours, and then I'll bring you back for the finish. I'll let you look at a little bit of this, not much. We use paper towel. And we'll use a little brush to get on the bark, and we'll do this 2-3 coats, and we'll sand it with some 400 grit, maybe 500 in between coats, and I'll bring you back. Okay, now we have 3 coats of de-waxed shellac on it, and I've decided to go with a lacquer finish. It's really smooth right now. I've been sanding with 500 grit between coats, and I'll do the same between each coat of lacquer, and it'll probably take 3-4 coats, and I'll bring you back when it's time to take the tenon off. Okay, we are back, and I've got the finish all done. I got it turned around And we're going to take that tenon off the bottom, and then we will call it done. I'll sign and finish it. Okay, it's done. And what we end up with is a live edge hickory bowl. Everything's finished up on it. Turned out real nice, really. I really like the edge, the bark. The bark really looks good on it. It's got wormholes. It's got everything going for it. It's got a lot of nature. Got some cracks. They're sealed, but you know, there's another wormhole. There's some big ones right there. It's about 4 inches tall. Tallest point. It's about 7 inches across, and the depth of the bowl is about 3.5 at the bottom is about a 1/2 inch thick. The walls are about a 1/2 inch thick. I wanted to leave them a little thick because I wanted to really, you know, I wanted the bark. It's a live edge piece. So I wasn't sure we were going to be able to keep the bark, but as you can see, we did. I think it turned out pretty good. The finish, I went with 4 coats of shellac sanding sealer and 5 coats of lacquer. Almost forgot for a minute. So I hope y'all enjoy the video. Please remember to like, subscribe, share on Facebook, share on Twitter, all your social platforms. It really does help the channel. We're growing. We're getting more and more views. We're getting more and more subscribers. So it's really coming along, and I really appreciate y'all's help. I hope y'all enjoy it. Thank you. Have a good day.